Welcome to the On Deck podcast presented by LineStar, your top MLB player prop bets for today, plus home run calls of the day. Alongside Tyler Wiemann, I am Shannon Sommerville, and I am also a very happy Knicks fan today, rocking my starter jacket, feeling good after the Knicks defeated the Philadelphia Sixers in what was very dramatic fashion. But Tyler, today, feeling good. Our props haven't been hitting this week. We were on a hot streak and then kind of ran into it this week, but we're here to redeem ourselves on this Friday, head into the weekend with some money in our pocket. So let's get after it here today. The tool we are using is the Props AI tool in the LineStar app. If you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend you do so. It's a big weekend in the sports betting world. It's also Kentucky Derby weekend. So if you haven't checked out the TrackWiz app from the makers of LineStar, I suggest you go ahead and do so. It is absolutely free to register, and you'll get the first 2 races for free. So check it out, TrackWiz, at wherever you download your apps, the App Store, I guess. All right, let's get into it for today. Before we do, though, it is also National Paranormal Day. As you know, I always look up what it is on nationaltoday.com. Thought that was kind of a funny one. But yes, Kentucky Derby is tomorrow. So my question to you, Tyler, is if you had a horse that was a racing horse, what would you name it? He or she?
Unfortunately, the only things that come to my mind right away, I probably shouldn't say.
Oh, okay. Why is that? Yeah. What are we trying to do with these horse racing names?
Just funny ones came to my mind.
I don't even know where your head is right now, but okay. I guess for mine,
but
it
I
would
do
just
think it'd be.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, I was gonna say I think it would be funny to name one like Right Turn, because they're always turning left. So just throwing people off there, I think would be kind of fun.
Just ironic. Tyler's into the irony of it all. I mean, off the top of my head, Nixon 6 has a nice ring to it. We'll see. I'm not quite sure. I need to give it more thought. As you know, I think the last time,
and you're trying to name a horse after that.
I know, I get it. But I'm just very excited today. So let me have my moment. All right. So let us know what you would name your racehorse if you'd like in the comments. A comment also enters you into our prop bets contest, whereby if we go 2 for 2 on our picks, one randomly selected commenter will win $50. If we go 2 for 2 on our picks plus hit our home run calls, one randomly selected commenter will win $100. So you got to be in it to win it. We want to hear from you guys in the comments. Let us know also where you're headed in the prop market. And now let's get to it. MLB props for today. Tyler, where are you headed?
I'm going to go with the Cincinnati Reds, Hunter Greene, under 17.5 outs. That's at plus 120. I love the juice here. LineStar projections at 15.5. Consensus is 15.35. He's been under only 33% of the games this season, but he is facing Baltimore in very hitter-friendly Great American Small Park. He is allowing 47% fly balls to the team that has the most home runs in the league. He's also allowing 2 home runs per 9 at home versus 1.2 home runs per 9 on the road. So he is worse and more susceptible to that long ball at home. And I think Baltimore might get to him today.
Yeah, especially Baltimore Orioles bats can be kind of lethal. So I like the under there as well. All right, for my pick, I want to draw your attention to Arizona Diamondbacks shortstop Blaze Alexander over 0.5 bases. Right now, that's about minus 130 in the sports books. And LineStar's projection for Blaze Alexander bases is 1.5. The consensus is also over 1 as well. In fact, he's been over this 70% of the season, over 7 in the last 10. And over the course of the season, this is a righty bat who's been batting .313 this year. So a 0.5 bases prop for a guy that's hitting really well this season. I like it. Now, why is it 0.5 bases? He's going up against a tough pitcher today in San Diego Padres, Dylan Cease. Alexander does slightly worse versus righties, and Cease is pretty lethal against righty bats. Just a 0.90 average to righty bats. In fact, however, Blaze Alexander is going to be likely batting at the top of the order leading off, and so I like where he is in the lineup. And then the San Diego Padres bullpen ranks like 18th. So I think if he doesn't get to Cease, he might be able to get to that bullpen. And we're just asking him to get one knock for us. That is all. I think Blaze Alexander can get there. And it's a place he's been profitable in this line here 70% of the time this season. So I'm rolling with Blaze Alexander. Since it is Friday and Full Send Friday, Flex Friday, whatever you want to call it, do you have any bonus props for us, Tyler?
Yeah, I have one. I'll go Ronel Blaco under 6.5 outs. It's minus 140 in sportsbooks. So the juice is a little higher than it was when I originally bet it, but I still do like it. LineStar projections 5.6, consensus 6.3. Seattle does K a lot versus righties, but Blanco only has a 22% K rate. And not only that, he's also due for some, negative regression. So he has a FIP that is almost 2 points higher than his ERA. So I think some of his regression's going his way. I think his 22% K rate is a little too low to get up to 7 strikeouts today. So let's go Blanco under.
And you mentioned that minus 140 price tag there. So maybe not great value in terms of the sports books, but if you're playing on like Underdog Fantasy or PrizePicks, where it might be some good value on there. So I like that there. Again, if you haven't already downloaded those apps, we've got links to those below. Underdog Fantasy, Sleeper, PrizePicks, Chalkboard, and if you use the promo code LineStar, you'll get $100 of your deposit match. So check out that deal as well. And speaking of the juice, there is also a nice juicy prop here from the Atlanta Braves. Marcell Ozuna over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, minus 135 right now in the sportsbook. So that's decent value there on Underdog Fantasy and PrizePicks. And Ozuna has been crushing this 69% of the time this season. And check out LineStar's projection for this one. This is one of the highest edges for those hitter props. 3.4 is the LineStar projection for Ozuna's hits, runs, and RBIs tonight. He's got a 321 average. That's top 15 in Major League Baseball. He's cooled off a little bit over the past week or so, but still a top 10% hitter versus righties. And today he'll be going up against Dodgers righty Gavin Stone, who's 255th versus righty bats this season. So not a bad matchup for Ozuna. Plus the Dodgers do have a good bullpen, but we're talking about an Atlanta Braves team that is second in team average. They're also top 10 in hits, runs, and RBIs. So this is that hits, runs, and RBIs category is something that Marcell Ozuna doesn't need to do it all by himself, just needs to get on base, and his teammates can help him out as they've done so over the course of the season so far. So liking that one for Ozuna as well. In addition to Ozuna, I also like Justin Turner over 1.5 bases, minus 125. LineStar's projection is 2.2. This is a righty bat that's a top 10% hitter against lefties, and today he'll be facing Washington Nationals lefty Patrick Corbin, who he has a great track record against. 16 of 42 with 4 home runs. That amounts to a 381 average and a 1077 OPS against him. So some really great BVP data there for Turner that's on our side. And Corbin is 263rd versus righty bats. Turner's also batting cleanup for the Blue Jays. So like his spot there, 1.5 bases as well. So you can tail us if you'd like. Again, Underdog Fantasy, PrizePicks, Sleeper, Chalkboard. The links to that are below, and use the promo code LineStar for $100 of your deposit match. And make sure to comment below to enter into our prop bets contest. So what we're doing is if we go 2 for 2 on our main picks, which for today, just a reminder, is going to be Hunter Greene under 17.5 outs and Blaze Alexander over 0.5 bases. If we go 2 for 2 there, one randomly selected commenter will win $50, and we'll announce it on the show on Monday with a nice money gun celebration. So let's get after it today. Let us know also where you're headed in the prop market, because we're all trying to help each other out and beat the books. So let's hear from you guys in the comments. And now it is time for home run calls of the day. Tyler, where are you headed for a home run on this Friday?
I'm going to go to a Baltimore Oriole bat in Gunnar Henderson plus 240 to hit a bomb in Great American Small Park. He has the highest chances of a home runs in both sportsbooks odds and LineStar odds. So I think he's in a great spot. Hunter Greene's allowing 47% fly balls, 2 home runs per 9 at home, and Gunnar Henderson has a 320 ISO versus left-handed pitching over the last 20 games.
Yeah, I definitely thought about Gunnar Henderson today for a 1.5 bases prop. That looks nice to me as well. For my home run call, I'm going to the player that LineStar is saying has the highest odds of hitting a home run today because, quite frankly, I've been a little cold lately. So I'm just going to Shohei Ohtani plus 290 for a home run today. LineStar giving a 24.3% chance of a home run simply because Ohtani, his ISO 410 versus righties. Come on. Last 150 games that includes, and that's the highest ISO of any batter on the slate today versus the handedness of the pitcher that they're facing. And he'll be facing Braves righty Charlie Morton, who's only given up 2 home runs in 5 games so far this season. But my money's on Shohei Ohtani, the lefty bat with a 787 slugging versus righty. 6 of 7 of Shohei's home runs have come against right-handed pitching. And this game is at the hitter-friendly Dodger Stadium. I think Shohei, he hasn't hit one in a couple games. He's due for one. Shohei Ohtani for a home run today. What do you think, Tyler?
Shohei's in a good spot versus Morton. Morton can definitely give him up.
Let's go. All right. So those are our picks for today. And a reminder to check out the TrackWiz app as well. I mentioned it at the top of the show. We're talking about Kentucky Derby. Just definitely check it out. It's free to just register if you'd like. And I just made a video about it, so you can check that out as well. And good luck to all of you guys, whether you're betting on the Derby or betting on MLB props. Good luck, and we'll see you guys on Monday. Have a good one.
Good luck, guys.